I can see Katharina's here,
and
I can see Zara's here.
Hello.
And I can see Sandy's here. So hello, Zara. Hello, Katharina. Hello, Sandy. Thank you very much again for your beautiful donations. We
thank you very
much appreciated. Yeah, there's little noises. So either the Galactics are wanting to come in or somebody's wanting to come in and join us. So it's all open here. We welcome everyone. Hello, Anca. Nice to see you once again. Thank you for your donation.
Yes.
Just checking out your comments. So we're just going to get ourselves sorted out. I am at the beach, like literally also at the beach, but the weather hasn't been too great. So I've decided that I'm going to sit in amongst the waves, and I found this beautiful backdrop, and so I decided to use this one. So yeah, so we're all at the ocean. So all of you can come with me to the ocean.
And I will quickly post my donation link.
Okay, so while Kai is doing that, thank you. You guys that are on so far have already donated. So thank you for that. Also, yeah, it is good morning for you, Zara, isn't it? Good morning. Kai is just going to post for the people that are coming in or joining us. So I don't know if there's anyone else that's on that hasn't joined us before. So Kai is actually, we're doing this via donation, and it's not a set amount. It's how much you're guided to give. For everybody that's coming in and doesn't know how it works, Kaya has posted her PayPal link in the comments. So you're able to donate. We're going to give priority to the people that have donated. So if you're coming in brand new, shall we just do a little introduction?
Yes, and I will say something because we have a French spectator today. So I will say hello in French as well. Bonjour Mario. Bienvenue.
Bonjour Mario. I'm trying.
Merci que tu es là. Et on va faire ta lecture en français et anglais, un mélange. So we will do one reading in French, English, translation, and you sing for us today also.
Yeah. So we're going to give that a go. So if you would like a specific question, then please write it in the comments so we can do that. Our theme for tonight is evolution, but if you have a specific question, please put it in the comments. Yeah, I'm sorry. Zara has said bonjour as well. She can speak French, so yeah, so that's awesome, Zara. You're going to be able to understand both English and French when Kaya translates. So
as well, and I know Katharina is speaking French as well. So
oh wow.
So Mario, pour toi aussi, si tu veux écrire quelque chose dans le commentaire, qu'est-ce que tu souhaites pour ta lecture, tu peux le faire. Et qu'est-ce qu'on a besoin de toi aussi, que tu fasses un petit commentaire. Je veux bien que vous faites une lecture pour tu signalises à nous que tu es d'accord qu'on fait ça. On demande l'univers des informations. So I told him that we need his permission as well.
Oh, absolutely.
From everybody of you. So
from everyone. So I think everyone's taking an opportunity to show off their French, because it looks like Anca can speak French as well.
What perfect.
So I'm pretty much stopping at bonjour, because merci beaucoup, that's about it that I know, and oui, and that's about all that I know. So yeah, but by all means, all of you just speak amongst yourselves in French, and then I'll hit translate.
So just to read, as Sarah is awake, your
yes.
courage one, we will have for the readings first Sarah, then Sandy, Anca, Mario, and then Katharina. So en français, la première lecture sera pour Sarah, après Sandy, Anca, Mario, tu es le quatrième. Et à la fin, pour le moment, Katharina, s'il n'y a pas quelqu'un d'autre qui va entrer.
Unbelievable. Sandy also can speak French.
Yes.
So I am the odd one out tonight that can't speak French. However, we're all gonna have some fun with this. So this is the first time that I'm gonna read in English, obviously, and then so you guys can all understand what Kaya will be saying except for me. So yeah, so I'm feeling a bit left out tonight, but not knowing French. But I do know Spanish.
Otherwise,
I do know Spanish. So
next
yeah.
one.
Yeah. But okay. So shall we start with a little introduction just for the people that if there's people coming on that don't know us. So yeah, Aussie French. Yeah. Exactly, Sandy. Yes, I can talk in Aussie French. I actually understood it from what she's written down in French. So yeah, so maybe I do know a little bit. Okay, maybe that might be a past life thing. Who knows? But we're all going to have some fun, and we're all going to get some beautiful messages for you all. So just for the people that are watching that have never joined us or don't know who we are, my name's Antoinette Tompson, and I'm an intuitive healer and a writer, and I do a lot of different things. Intuitively, I do healing sessions with chakra balancing or aura balancing, aura clearing, energy alignment, past life work. What else do I do? Numerology. And then I'm also in the process of producing my first oracle card deck, which is let me just show you. Pain to Purpose, and I've got to get this right again because it's tricky. So this is my oracle deck that's in production at the moment. So yeah, which is all being channeled by me, drawings and messages. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. So I'm just going to pass over to Kaya now so that she can give us some introduction about who she is.
Alors, je vais le traduire pour Mario. Alors, Antoinette, elle s'est présentée. Elle fait de guérison en énergie. Elle peut faire de voyages dans des vies passées, dans des autres vies. Elle fait plein de choses, des guérisons magiques. Et elle a créé son propre deck de cartes oracle. Elle a présenté là. Maintenant, pas encore en français, mais peut-être bientôt. Elle comprend qu'est-ce que j'ai dit. Voilà, super Antoinette.
Voilà.
Voilà. Les cartes, Antoinette, elle a créé, elle va travailler avec ça. Et oui, alors si tu as besoin d'aide, alors il faut le faire à 3 peut-être avec traduction, mais elle sera là aussi. Et I'm an intuitive, a channel, and I paint. I channel while I paint, I do energy work, and I will propose now 2022 forecast readings. The announcement will come out in the next days because I had already 2 purple people, so my brain gets crazy. Asking me.
Please excuse us if the words are not coming out.
Yeah, I need more grounding with 2 languages.
Especially for Kaya because she's swapping. So
yes.
Beautiful.
And I will propose, and this will come out the next days, also card readings now, as I have trained myself for 1 year now.
And the forecasts are extremely good. I will be ordering mine again. I've had one done by Kaya probably the last 3 years, maybe 2 years.
2 years.
The forecast 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. So I will go back actually and listen to the reading that she gave me with the painting, like before the end of the year, to just see how everything actually manifested. But yes, I highly recommend you trying that out. Oh my goodness, the words are not coming out. Where are we going tonight? Anyway, we'll try our best. As we always do. So yeah, definitely if you're wanting a forecast for 2022, Kaya is your lady for that. And Mario, obrigado Mario. It's close to Spanish, so I can manufacture that.
You can speak it in Portuguese.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It's different to Spanish. So yeah, but I know obrigado is thank you in Portuguese.
I did the reading for the new moon yesterday. I finished it, and one big message was healing through chaos. So let's go with that.
We're going with chaos. Yeah. All I can say is, me personally, I've had a really heavy dense energy week this last week. Feeling a lot of fatigue and exhaustion, and probably absorbing too much of the collective energy and trying to just ground out of that. So, and I have noticed too that the memory is getting progressively a bit worse, and I believe it's because I'm not tapped into the 3D anymore. I'm going with that one because the alternative does not sound good. So I'm sticking with that excuse. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So if the words are not coming out clearly, then please excuse us tonight, because yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy cray going on out there with energy. So shall we give a little bit of a roundup of the energy, Kaya?
Yes, please.
So this month is evolution. And I'm being led to read out what I wrote, because what I channeled when I looked at Kaya's drawing, and this is it. And Kaya really loved some of the stuff that I wrote, so I'm being drawn to read it. So when I looked at the drawing that you would have seen on the announcement, this is the message that I received. By stepping out and sharing your story, you are a light for all. Always have gratitude for every experience, as each one has brought you back to yourself.
Beautiful. That's really beautiful.
Yeah, and then I think the other part that's important that they've told me to highlight is, this is like themes for December: to obtain equilibrium of our polarity by allowing our divine masculine to meet our divine feminine, to dance together, both in the light of the sun and the blossoming of our hearts, to ground our dreams and emotions in positive, grounded action, to share with all in compassion and harmony with each other, to share our stories, to be vulnerable, and to know that we are constantly evolving through every experience. So that, I think, sums it all up. I have a few more themes that I channeled, and I'll just quickly read them out so that I can pass over to Kaya. I've just noticed Kirsty's jumped on.
Yes.
Kirsty, I don't know if you're aware, but we're actually doing the readings via donation now. Thank you for coming on. If you would like a reading, please make a donation. The link is up higher to Kaya's PayPal. If you just want to join and listen, that's totally fine too. So you can stay with us and just listen to the other people's readings, because like we always say, there's always a lot of information for everyone to take home and sit with and process. So December, stepping out in our power, acknowledging how far we have come, prosperity, ripple effect, abundance, grounding wisdom into action, heart activations, openness and sharing our stories, vulnerability, equilibrium, and the unity of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So that's what I channeled when I was tuning in to Kai's drawing and you know, my own messages. So they're the sort of themes that are going to be floating around for us to deal with. I'm being distracted by Mario writing in French, and then it's almost like I wanna work it out, but I can't do that while we're on live. So I'll go.
I will make a introduction then.
Yeah, so it's really December's calling us to really step into our power. So, you know, we've gone through a reflection stage. We've gone through a lot of clearing. A lot of karmic cycles have come to an end. I know that mine has. And Kara and I both saw a post on Facebook that was talking about asking if you have to make the choice, and you have to make the effort that if you want to move past that old karmic cycle, you have to actually ask for it, to, you know, to give permission to be able to move past those soul contracts or those family belief systems. And I was the first to put my hand up because I want them over. I really want to move into the new. And I feel like for me personally, I have actually closed a huge cycle in terms of karmic contracts and soul contracts. So, and stepping into my power, into the new age, into the new earth. So I'm going to pass over to Kaya, and she can read her beautiful channel messages that she received for December.
Yeah, and I can when I listen to you, I already was tuning in a bit in the next year, and for me, 2021 was really purging year. So levels, collective, and really so much pain and gunk coming out of us, a heavy year. So next year we will be much more stable. It will become chaotic again, as I feel on a collective level, because what started this year, the breakdowns will really come to light. There will really structures breaking down, but all who have done the work this year will be so much more stable and starting to laying the foundations for new earth and the physical. Not Absolutely. Just we did it this year in ourselves, and then it will manifest on the outside.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, because next year we'll be going into in numerology, we'll be going to universal 6 year. So 6 is all around harmony and balance and coming together and family and connections and love and beauty. So I agree, like for those of us that have chosen to you know do the work and go in and do the purging and the deep cleansing and the deep, you know, looking at what's going on and the healing that we've done, we will come to a lot more harmony and peace. So thank God for that.
I will show you the artwork I did for this year, and I will do something like this for the next year as well, because it was really, I was so amazed. Beautiful. Each month again to read, because I have forgotten, and now we have fulfilled nearly the cycle. We're at the beginning of December, but this is the last square here. And I will read the information I got back then in January when I painted.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was really, it was beautiful. So December is silver. Have a look back. Who are you today? Who are you now in December after all what happened this year? Have a look back. Who you were in January 2021. You thought that you are already yourself. And now? What have 2021 taught you? What did you learn about yourself you wasn't aware before? You experienced all. You have experienced this year. You wasn't aware before, you experienced all you have experiences here. Be grateful for every event, for every trigger, for all what you have experienced in this year. You have grown so much. You've come back to your true nature so much more. You've shedded some more layers who you are not. You've revealed so much more of your beauty to yourself and the world. You have lightened the path for so many searching their own light just by being you, shining your light, radiating your love. You have experienced love and pain, anger and excitement, welcomes and goodbyes. You have allowed yourself to feel all what's going on. You are so alive. You have allowed yourself to try new things, to make experience you never have made. You have allowed yourself to fail and to try again. You have become the best loving parent for yourself you always wished for to have. Be proud of yourself. Use this month to go inward and make like an inventory of your personal 2021 as a preparation for 2022, another life-changing year on a collective and personal level. Have a look what you're grateful for and what makes you laugh. What do you enjoy? What do you want to experience more in the next year or years? What could be the steps to reach this? Ask your heart what now is the next steps. What can you let go to make space for the new and the beauty? Enjoy yourself and shine your light.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and this fits really with, together with the messages I received for this new moon eclipse. So it is a month of going inward and really making an inventory and focusing on what we want more in our life.
Yeah. And focusing on what is authentic. You know, we can't not be authentic anymore. We've gone through this whole process of huge transformation this year, and gone through and dug deep, and a lot of us have had a lot of challenges, and a lot of us have made many changes. So it's a case now of grounding that wisdom and grounding that knowledge and grounding that healing that we've experienced through the year, and actually putting it into solid action of authenticity and sincerity, and aligning our heart, aligning our action with our heart space, I want to say.
Yes.
Not going back to any, to any of the old patterns that we've actually worked through, which is really, really hard not to, because it's really easy to go back. But we have to make a solid commitment now not to do that. And that will lead us to our inner peace and our inner harmony. So yeah, I can't believe we started doing these lives back in February, was it?
It was in February. We did
January. We did it in January. So we've done a whole year of this now. So it's been amazing.
Podcast readings.
Yeah, it's been amazing. And we thank you all for always supporting us, and especially during this change of us stepping into our power and being able to ask for it, and for a donation for us to have an even energy exchange. So we thank you for your support and your love and your trust for us to read. And next year, Kaya and I have decided that we're going to keep doing the lives, and maybe even bring in Zara from Guidance by Z sometimes. We may swap.
And it will just one of us because of the time.
Yeah, because of the time zones.
Either me or Antoinette doing readings with her. What means people from the American continent can come in our readings as well.
That's right. So watch this space where we're wanting to keep. We've had so much fun, and it's been such an absolute honor for us to read for you, and so we want to keep doing it every month next year. So we just thought we'd put that out there. And thank you, Zara. Thank you for all your commitment, and I'm so excited to collaborate with you in the new year. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll have heaps of fun, heaps of laughs. So we just wanted to announce that so that you guys can know what direction we're going towards from January onwards. Okay.
And we are already processing if we do other things next year as well, maybe moon circles or transmissions. So this is what is beautiful, that we both have learned so much this year through the readings and all what
we have.
our collaboration. And for me, it was a huge part of my growing as well.
Absolutely, me too, as well. You know, stepping out of our comfort zone and, you know, doing that first step when we sort of came up with this impromptu. We didn't plan it, and we just didn't know where it was going to go, and we just thought, okay, you know, we're going to give it a go and see how it transpires. And without you guys, we wouldn't have been able to do it. So thank you from our deepest of our hearts. And it's been an amazing year to read for you. So thank you.
Okay, and so we will start with the readings now. The first one
Yes, we will.
I just will announce one thing in English and then in French. So we have permission from all of you. Thank you very much. If somebody
Thank you.
coming in, you will find the link for the donation in the comments.
Yeah.
And we cannot read for other people than you give us permission. We can have a look what is important for you towards another person, but it's always a reading for you. And I will say this in French now as well, because Mario asked for his mother.
Sure.
Mario, j'ai dit que on peut faire une lecture pour toi. On ne peut pas vraiment faire une lecture pour ta mère, mais on peut voir qu'est-ce que c'est important pour toi pour ta mère. Je ne sais pas si c'est clair. C'est qu'est-ce qui est important pour toi à savoir, qu'est-ce que t'aide dans la relation avec ta mère. Voilà, et je vais lire le numérologie encore en français, après en anglais. La première lecture sera pour Zara, après Sandy, troisième Anca, quatrième Mario et le cinquième Katharina. Ici, quelqu'un d'autre va venir après. Okay, in English. The first lecture, the first reading for them.
It must be hard.
Anca, Mario et Katharina. Okay, and I will show the cards I work with, maybe you as well, Antoinette, if you have others. I have new cards. I will.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
The energy oracle cards,
the
elemental oracle, sacred destiny, and for sure, my French deck, Oracle de la Lune.
Beautiful. So, of course, I have my deck, Pain to Purpose, Healing Oracle, and bear with me until I figure out where I'm supposed to hold this up so that you can all see. This is tricky with the background.
In front of you, always, when you're in front of you, as soon as you go in the ocean,
it goes out.
Yeah.
Okay, all good. So this is my deck. I'll be using that, and we'll be all using them intuitively, and you'll have, each one of you will have multiple cards. So I have the soul, spiritual and self-alignment cards. I have the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. And I have the Muse Tarot. And I've also got this one, Beyond the Illusion. So I've got a lot. So I'm just going to, like Kaya, both of us, we just go to what we're guided to. So yes, so you will have multiple different cards from both of us. Okay, shall we start with Zara?
Yes.
Now, Zara has written, she trusts us, whatever wants to come through. Is that right? I did note that down. Whatever message that is guided. Okay. Whatever message that is guided.
You start?
Yep. So I'm going to start with a card from my deck for you, Zara, because I know how much you love my deck. And they are coming. I know it's been, you guys have been really patient in waiting for them. They are coming. So 2 have come out for you, Zara. All right. I'm going to show you this one first. Lost. So it says, I removed myself from all that was gone. And for you, Zara, I'm actually getting that you've been able to lose the lost feeling. There have been times when you feel like you're going underwater and you're drowning and you're sinking, and you just want to say, hey, come and save me. And I feel like maybe that's been the last week or 2, maybe even before that. That's the feeling that I'm getting. I'm not feeling that you're in that at the moment, which is good. But I think the reason why this card has come out is because it wants you to recognize how far you've come. Because the quote says, I removed myself from all that was gone, to me is a positive thing, because you're not hanging on to the old anymore. Like, you've accepted, you've gone through a process of acceptance. You've gone through a process of knowing what and who you want in your life, and realizing and accepting that there's some things or some people or some things that you need to let go of in order to go forward. So it's I removed myself from all that was gone is actually a positive thing I'm feeling, because it's a case of you've cut the cords, you've cut the ties, you've done the work, you've done the healing, you've gone through process by process, you've analyzed, you've allowed yourself to feel it, you've allowed yourself to accept where the situation is, and you've been able to flip it, I feel. You've been able to change like a feeling of despair or a feeling of being lost to a positive thing, where you're able to step into a different role maybe with this person, and that way you've actually closed a cycle, or you've closed that pattern. You're not repeating the same pattern, because you're actually made peace with that old pattern, and you're moving into a new role, or a new way of being with perhaps this person or this situation, where there's not so much pain around that situation. I hope that makes sense, Sarah, because the next card that came out at the same time was shame. So I think this card has come out for you before, a while ago, and it says, with fear and shame I was infected. So again, I think the theme of December, saying, what Kaya said about take an inventory, have a look at how far you've come, and they want me, this card has come out because they want me to say to you that there were times when there was shame, that I'm not having a feeling that it's actually now. I'm feeling like these are like a past thing, and what they're bringing to your attention is how you were feeling before, or what you experienced before. So now they want you to see how far you've come, and actually acknowledge the work that you've done and the healing that you've done around these situations or circumstances or people, to know that, to recognize that the shame that you did feel, you've actually worked through that now. So they're saying to me, there's no need to feel any more shame. It was there. However, you've worked through it, and there's this real sense of pride in how far you've come, and they want you to acknowledge like how far you have come when you've been able to work, you know, through feeling lost and the shame around it. But I want to draw another card. And
Antoinette, I step in and you come.
Sure.
It's okay, because this is so perfectly going in.
Fine. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. And have a look of this when you have the shame card. And I was moon and darkness. And what I found interesting, that I see a lot of power in this card, and like hiding as if there's still a part of you, Sarah. And I don't know if this is so conscious, you feel ashamed of, and it has to do with vulnerability and very feminine aspects of you, a softness, and in this softness, a huge power. And what I see when I see this woman is caring for yourself on a very deep level, and embracing all what's coming up, like really like a mother, like a warm and powerful mother. And you have these aspects in yourself, and you can be this mother for Nico, and like expand this, what is perfect under this influence, as Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter expands all what is touched. Let you be touched by this expansion that is possible at the moment, and expand this beautiful being a mother for yourself as well. And then maybe this shame that is still somewhere in your system, show it to yourself first of all, before you can show it to others. Maybe it's even then not needed. Embrace yourself with all what's still hidden in the darkness. But this, it's so interesting because it's like the solar eclipse here. The moon is really a very actual card for what's going on at this moment of time. And I have a second card, and then we will have what Antoinette has. And this was actually the first card popping out, but I found this so fitting with the shame card of Antoinette. Card is leadership. And what I get, so you are a very powerful person, and we were in contact in the last days as well. And I've got the feeling that there was this year like a split up for you when you closed guidance and we're concentrating on your bank work, and this was needed and everything was perfect with this. And I have the feeling the spiritual work has to come back now, and it has to merge. It is not like either this or that, but it was before, when you had your brain injury and you were not working at the bank, so you had your full focus on guidance, and then you had your full focus on the bank work. And what if next year both can have place in your life without overworking, but in emerging? So I found it interesting because this is for me a masculine energy, really this leadership energy, but the universe is in it, and this energy is in this. So it is really emerging of the feminine, the masculine, and the sweet and soft mother, and the leading man and father, and not just mother, a woman as well. This is the moon, so a totally feminine card as well. And by integrating, and I think when you hear the word shame, there is something popping up for you. There is something you can relate to. This is why this card came back from Antoinette. Yeah. So we have a look what Antoinette has now for you. So maybe this process of shame that came up with the last reading already is now in your consciousness and can be integrated. And then the sun is coming out and leads to this. So I give to Antoinette because she had another card, I think.
Yeah. I'm also getting another message with your there's a lot of water in this picture. And I'm just thinking that, you know, emotions, lost in your emotions. And when Kaya put up the first card, it's almost like the gesture of the woman in the card doing this is like she's covering herself up. And as Kaya said about the vulnerability, and what I'm getting is that about the mother, about you're an amazing mother, and your focus has been to be a good mother. But then there's the woman, like Zara, the woman that has closed herself up, you know, has no, you're not seeing me. No, I'm afraid. And I think also that is also, you know, maybe linked into the shame card as well, just the gesture. I hope this is resonating, Zara. Just the gesture of closing your heart up, and that feminine, like Kaya said, the feminine wanting to come through, and like, you know, being lost in the water, and water is associated with the divine feminine, as you know. So it's and it's almost like with the leadership, I'm feeling that it's leadership in terms of romance. That's what I'm feeling. Take the lead. Don't be afraid to open your heart. Don't be afraid to be seen. They're saying, don't be afraid to be seen. And the other card that I pulled out, and as you all know, I don't read tarot, but I love this deck. It's the Ace of Voices. So if you look at like, look at all this light that's coming out, and it's almost like you've got this halo around you, and look at that multicolored, multi-rolled, you know, multifaceted woman that you are, Zara, you know, with all the colors she's got, like, you know, pink and yellow and like the rainbow colors. And I think it's pushing you to open up and show all your colors, even the ones that maybe you might be ashamed, like a little bit ashamed of, to show that you're a mother, show that you're a woman, show that you're nurturing, but also show that you're also sensual and beautiful and in harmony and in peace, you know. And the owl to me is wisdom. So it's like, you know, you've gathered your wisdom, but it's like this I can't get past this halo, like, and I think it's referring also to the solar eclipse that we had yesterday, that that halo of the masculine, that halo of the sun, that power of the sun is actually around you and surrounding you. So it's, again, in a way, the balancing of the masculine and the feminine together. As you know, I see the halo as the sun, which is the masculine, and then I see the female in the picture as being the divine feminine, and showing all her colors, and she's if you look back in the picture, she's actually looking back to the sun. So it's like, to me, and so she's in front of the sun. So again, that leadership component is like, take charge, they're saying to me. Tell her, take charge, which I know that you can do, because you're extremely sassy lady. Take charge, and you show them what you've got. That's what they're saying. You show them what you've got. So, but, you know, in a beautiful, sensual, gentle, you know, take charge and just be you, you know, and shine all those different colors that you have within you, and let the world let the world, you know, see there's a lot of pink there, you know, and a lot of, so heart space, a lot of blue around expression. So yeah, so just take charge, Zara, and be, you know, be unapologetically you. Well, that was a hard word to get out.
But it's so interesting, Antoinette, when I listen to it, it's so beautiful, this message. And what I get, allow yourself and show that you're insecure as well. With all your charm, it's not, don't hide that, especially on the romantic sector. And I know that you wish for a real relationship. And this means to step into a new land as we are. Allow yourself to be insecure and show that. And you're so charming. You know, when I feel insecure, and the moment I express that, I feel so much more secure. It is so, when I try to hide it, I lose ground. But when I say, wow,
yeah, it's hard.
Oh wow, I'm insecure, I don't know what to do at the moment, it can be so charming as well.
Absolutely. And you know, vulnerability is courage. It's not, you know, a weakness. So and maybe, you know, because you are known as being this sassy, strong, powerful woman, you know, maybe you feel some shame within yourself, consciously or unconsciously, that when you're away from everyone and you're just with yourself, you actually feel insecure, or you feel some of that shame, and it's coming to the surface, and that's probably why it's come back up again. So yeah.
And it will lead to this.
Just 5 cards.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get them all in the shot.
Showing your feelings. And what I find interesting, Antoinette has so much blue and the yellow, and he is so much universe again, and stars, and see the polar light here. So much wisdom. And the wisdom from inside, and your connection as well.
Yeah, and I think that's in this picture as well, because if you just put those down, if you see the light coming in, and like it's coming in, but then you can also see it as if it's the connection to source, you know, and you have such strong intuition, and maybe they're telling you to, you know, to trust it more, and just go with what you're feeling, and not be afraid of how, if you're going to be judged, or if there's going to be shame, or anything like that. So I like this one, Zara. I hope that helps, beautiful Zara. Thank you once again for all of your support. And I know it's very late in Canada, so thank you again. I think she may have fallen asleep. I'm not sure.
It's possible because there are no comments.
There's no comments. So I think maybe she might have fallen asleep. So if that's the case, sleep well, Zara, and have a good night.
Yes.
We love you.
Okay.
I know she's there. She's there.
She's there? Ah, yeah.
Yeah, she's there. We thought you might have nodded off, Zara. So she's speechless. Okay. She's speechless. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen Zara speechless. So no. I'm feeling her emotion now.
Thank you. And have a beautiful night. Yes.
It's all good, beautiful girl. Okay. All good. Sleep well.
Bye. Then
you're welcome. Okay.
And it's Sandy. And Sandy is asking about her love life, if there will be changes. She didn't cross paths with the man she met 5 months ago. And the new job is very challenging. So let's have a look what will come up for Danny with these two questions. It's job related. And
You want to start, Kaya?
I can start. Take one of these cards. I will ask for this man and the love life.
Yeah, I'm going to ask for the man as well.
And then we will go. Oh, Sandy. Card popping out is anxiety, anxiousness. Have a look at this woman here. And if you can find yourself in this. What I found interesting when I'm feeling you and when I see this woman, so she's longing for a fulfilled love life. And at the same time, she's like caged in her own fantasies and imaginations, how this has to look like, and based on fear. I will tell this. Based on fear, and it's a fear I think everybody of us now, as I know very well, to be disappointed again, to make the same errors, to repeat. And to be hurt again, to make painful experiences. And I think we all know this, and we have this inner protector that says to us, consciously or not, so no, better no new relationship because this is dangerous. And it is a beautiful voice inside us. It's mostly sitting in the head, and I think this woman here is a lot of in her head space, and maybe you can relate to that thinking so much about how to do that and what you can do, and that you're a beautiful person, and why love is not there for you yet, and why this man has disappeared, and why, and what's happening in this process, that the heart gets lost and the connection with the heart gets lost. And it's again interesting because as I channeled recently yesterday and the day before for this new moon, there was one big information. So when we go into unknown territory, and this is where you want to go, where you long to go in your love life as well, you don't want to repeat what you already know, you want another kind of relationship. But when we go where we never were before, then fear is coming up. This is very, very human. And even when we're souls and energy and so much more than just a human being, we are human beings. And the big information is take your fear by the hand and go anyway, because this is courage. Courage is not to have no fear. Courage is to take your fear by the hand. And so for me, the first step is have a look what you're afraid of. Be honest with yourself. When you think of this man or stepping in a new relationship, there's all these longing and fantasies and what you want to experience. And you're very clear with it. And then really go inwards and be honest with yourself. And face your fears first. Let them arise. Let them speak to you. Let them tell you, so, but what if he don't find us attractive, or you want a blonde woman? I don't know, things like this, all what's coming up, and don't judge these fears, embrace them. So give to Antoinette. I will pull another card.
Yeah. So, Sandy, just listening to what Kaya was saying about anxiety, and the card that came out at the same time that Kaya pulled out anxiety is a card from my deck, Appearance. And I feel that, and it says, there began the age of appearance. I fear that you're really self-conscious about your appearance. And there is a lot of anxiety and worry around that. And I think Kaya also mentioned about, you know, what if he doesn't find me attractive? Or you're worried, you're sort of worried that you're running out of time. I feel like that there's this belief that you're running out of time, and because you haven't come across this man again in 5 months, you've sort of given up hope that you had so much expectation and so much hope about something that was going to happen with this man that you found, that you ran into 5 months ago, but you haven't run into again since. And they're wanting me to tell you that things are not always as they seem, and we're very caught up always in appearances. And perhaps you haven't actually come across this man again because they want to give you time to work on yourself and do some healing around some past patterning that has happened, and they come back to appearance, and it's like twofold. And it's, one of it is things are not always as they appear. So maybe an illusion or a fantasy of how this was going to play out, how you wanted it to play out, is not actually coming out the way that you wanted it to play out. And that's why they're saying, you know what, sometimes things are not as they appear, they're saying. But then I really believe also there's a very self-conscious component in that, because you haven't seen him again, you're feeling that it's not meant to happen, and then you go a step further and have these illusions about how it should be and what it should be, and that illusion is giving you the anxiety. Okay, yeah, thank you, Sandy. Thank you for letting us know. And it's you know, we can also blame, you know, not blame, but society dictates about how things need to be and how things need to look. And then with this picture, you can see one eye, but then the other eye is covered. And it's like, this is the eye that's uncovered. This is the true me, but this is the mask that I put on to be accepted by others or by family or by society, or to make myself attractive to other people. So I'm glad that it's, yeah, definitely. We all have work to do on ourselves, Sandy. You know, we all work in progress, and it's society too that also dictates that things have to be in a certain way or show themselves in a certain way. And it's another layer of the appearance card as well, because when things don't appear how we expected or how we fantasized or how we thought that it would be, it also brings us a lot of anxiety, because it was, I thought so, that you were brought up, you know, to conform to what society expects. So we put the mask on, like we cover ourselves, and we don't show our we don't show our eyes. And you know, we always hear about that saying, you know, the eyes are the window to the soul. So we don't show our soul, so we put the mask on, because that's how we believe that we have to conform and be accepted. So it's why this card has come out on so many different, there's a lot of different layers to the card appearance. So I have got another card, and it's related to your love life, but they want you to ground yourself. So again, another, you know, it's this, the head is just floating above, you know, and it's also indicative that your mind is going overtime to me. Like it's thinking and thinking and thinking and processing and analyzing and scenario and this and this and that. And it's just floating above everything. And if you look at the picture, like there's roots coming out of the head, of the face. So to me, that means like you need to ground those thoughts. You need to bring them back into your body. You need to make them, you know, make them something that is tangible rather than, you know, running around in your head, causing you a whole heap of anxiety. So those two cards were the ones that I pulled out to the question of your love life. So I hope that helps. And there was another question, wasn't there? Kaya,
but I have something. I have one. Yeah, I think the love life. Maybe this is so related, but I have this the feeling. So for the moment, we go with the love life. Interesting enough. So many cards, and the leadership popped out again. Yes.
Yeah.
What I found interesting, I think for you, Sandy, is the leadership in leading yourself to yourself. First of all, I'm really doing these steps, and maybe you write it down. What you think, how you have to be, and you're frightening yourself with this, because when we have this list of how we think we should be, or we compare with others, it is always an instrument to diminish ourselves and to dim our light.
Yeah.
And this beer here, what I like with this beer for you as well, so he has time, he is doing his steps, but he's not running, and he has integrated, he is the universe, and he's connected with the universe. So this one is not, it doesn't get caught up in her head and thinking about appearance. This one is just, and walking confident through life with a total knowing that she, I will call her a female here, that she is perfect as she is, with flaws, with a broken heart, with belief systems, and she's whole. She is perfect. She doesn't have to be different. She doesn't have to be different to find a man, a male. And I know by myself this is a huge work, and I can tell you I was 15 years of my life single, and I was so, yeah, but why? I'm intelligent, I'm not the ugliest person, I'm kind, why don't I find a man? And obviously I needed this time. Even when I was suffering a lot, because I had so much longing to be in a relationship. And I was totally afraid, to be honest, to be in a relationship in this time, and to open up and to show myself and to be heard again. And all this is no problem. And it is no wrong, and there's nothing wrong with you. It is just become aware of all these fears and how much you try to solve it in your mind. Your mind can't solve it. Take all this fear in your heart. You are such a beautiful person.
Yeah, I feel so much love there.
Yes, and you have such a big heart. And this might sound rude, but you know, a man who will not see this heart, who will just have a look on the outside, is not the right man for you.
Yeah.
But first of all, you have to see your golden heart for yourself. and how beautiful you are in your whole being with all what is not perfect and makes you perfect.
Yeah, I'm again feeling emotion, and I think she's got some tears. That's the energy that I'm picking up, and
let it flow,
yeah,
Tammy. Let the tears flow. Let this run out. We have a powerful...
I feel like so much love. You have so much love to give, and you know, appearance is getting in the way in, you know, in those layers that we spoke about, not just on the way that you look, you know, it's the way that things are supposed to look, or things the way this things are supposed to be, you know, and then we put the mask on because we're so scared. But I drew another card for you for the career. You're unsure about your job, about being it's challenging. And this is the card that's come up, wisdom. Wisdom. So again, they're wanting, it says humility is wisdom's greatest gift, in knowing you can't control everything. And I feel like, and I vaguely remember from last month's reading that you were starting the job, or you had just started it, and I remember saying that it was something completely out of your comfort zone, and honor the courage that you've had, and honor the wisdom that you have, that you've actually stepped out of that comfort zone. And again, the theme about, you know, honoring about how far you've come, and that you actually had the courage to step out and do that job where it was something completely new that you had and know that it's okay that you're finding it challenging, because it's something new, you know, and give yourself time, and you know, we empathic people are very hard on ourselves, and we pull everything back down on ourselves, or we're not good enough, we're not, you know, I shouldn't be finding it this challenging, or this or that, or this or that, you know. So humility and knowing that there is a greater purpose, and stick at it, because you know you can do it, you have the wisdom to do it, but just take that step back. And big one for me, I will own this one, that you cannot control every situation, and things happen for a reason. I truly believe they happen for a reason, and we just need to ground in that energy, and we just need to step back and sometimes say, okay, I trust and I surrender, and not get to the point of that, you know, loopy mind and that anxiety that you that can create. So you have another card, Kyle?
Yeah, for the work situation. It's so interesting because you're talking about control, because the card is bushfires. No, this is really like a strong information, you know, you're good in what you're doing. Concentrate on this work, on your really actual current work. For me, it feels when I see this card, it's not just job is challenging, it's the whole environment there is challenging. And as you have this big heart and you like to help people, if there is something really out of control in this job at all, and you try to fix it, but this is not your job. I don't know if your chef is in a challenging situation or what is going on there, but it feels like a bushfire. You can't control a bushfire. You can't.
No.
And just you have your work there. Concentrate, try really, it is again grounding and breathing a lot. And when you feel, I have the feeling you're making your work, and then your energy is going everywhere, feeling what has to be fixed there. And then you get lost because you want to fix all these bushfires there. And then you can't concentrate on your current work, and you lose you lose your track, you lose yourself. You want to fix all the bushfires around you. And then you feel bad in your work, but you're not bad in your work. You're very good in your work. You just have to let them burn there. Let them burn. These are their fire.
We can't be responsible. Yeah, we can't be responsible for every fire that runs.
No. You have your own ones in front of you. Take care of them.
Yeah. She's written that, Kyle. Sandy's written, yes, the environment is challenging. I am an empath and have the tendency to want to help people.
Yes. And let them take care of their fires. You have your own one. You have these kangaroos to take care of. Just these ones, not the whole bush.
Not the whole forest. Yeah, not the whole bush.
No.
And that's what's becoming so overwhelming, I feel, that you and look, you know, we want to help people and we start absorbing a lot of energy. And I think it's really important. They want me to tell you that you need to protect your energy and not absorb so much of the environment around you, because you are becoming anxious.
Yes.
Because of that. And that's where the grounding card, it's too much. Yeah. And she's also concerned that she wants to do a great job.
Yes. And Sandy, for this, you have to concentrate on your kangaroos.
Yeah.
Take this with you as an image. Take care of your kangaroos. You know, it is such a hard lesson to learn that we can't help other people.
Oh, it's a very hard lesson to learn.
We can't. It's not possible. So
no.
take this image with you, and always when you're in your job and you have the feeling your energy is going there and you see all these lost souls around you, then take care of your kangaroos. This is your job. They have their kangaroos.
Yeah. That's right. And you know, just a simple thing, you can bring your aura in. Like, imagine, don't allow your aura to be so far out and therefore mixing with all the other energies and all the other people's fires and kangaroos and whatever we want to talk about with it. But, you know, bring your aura in and have it close to your body and, you know, do protection. There's a lot of ways, you know, put yourself in a bubble of white light, ask Archangel Michael to protect you, ask your guides to protect you, you know, so that you're not absorbing all that energy, because it is very difficult when you're an empath and you just absorb all that energy, and then you're not going to be able to focus on your work. And then you'll start thinking, I'm not doing a good job, because all of this anxiety and overwhelming, you know, environment around you is actually pulling you down. So it's really important to ground and stay in that high vibe that you have, so that you can, you know, perform at your best, because it's really, really difficult when you're absorbing. And, you know, I felt it this last week. There's been a very dense, you know, and you could also be feeling the collective energy. You probably are feeling the collective energy, and, you know, ask if it's yours, and if it's not yours, then you know, we are able to hand it over when it becomes too much for us.
Yes.
It looks like that's helped a lot. It's resonated with Andy. So I'm really glad. Thank you for your comments and your donation and your support. And we're very glad that we're able to help and guide you. So best wishes, Sandy. All our love.
And Sandy, maybe, I don't know, you know, we do next Sunday a Wisdom Gathering Circle. It's donation-based as well. So you can give what you
might want to come and join us.
Have a look if you would like to come, and there we share tools as well, energy tools, what we can do to protect us better. And also it is really a beautiful space. There are only women to open up and meet like-hearted souls.
Sometimes we've cried, sometimes most of the time we laugh together. Yes. But yes, there are many times where we've cried. So, and you know, all of us we're grateful for you too, beautiful woman. You know, have a think. So that'll be next Sunday, and you can contact either, you know, Kyra or myself, and we can if you have any questions and that, because we go in a bit deeper into, you know, and this month it'll be evolution. So beautiful.
Thank you very much, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy.
We have Esina Lovis, I hope I spell it right, coming in. Hi, Esina. We would like to read for you. We do it on a donation basis. So if you would like to get a reading, we will love to read for you. You will find the link for the donations. It's via PayPal when you go up in the comments.
Mm-hmm. And it's not a set amount, it's whatever you're guided to give. So if you would like us to do a reading for you, Athena, please go ahead and find the link, and we will read for you. We're giving priority to people that have donated. Thank you. Thank you for joining, and welcome. Yes. And if you don't want to have a reading, you can just stay on and listen to other people's readings. That's totally fine as well, because we often find that, you know, we have common themes, and we can always get some information from other people's readings. So
yes. So
okay,
Anca, she wrote omelette au fromage. Does she have a special question? Anca, do you need informations around omelette and fromage, or something just general?
No, I think she said whatever's wanting to come through at this time.
What is important for me to know at this time? Yes.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, Anca. I'm going to go to my deck. Will I start, Kaya?
Yes.
Okay, what does Anca need to know at this time? Okay, Anca. The card I have for you from my deck is unique. Not fitting into the box. To be different was my curse. And so many times I have thought to be unique was my curse. And I'm sort of kind of like thinking that you might be feeling that right now. And that's why this card has come out. And, you know, the drawing is like, you know, you're a round circle trying to fit in a square, and it's just not going to happen. And I feel like you're feeling that you don't fit in. Perhaps we know that you've done a lot of inner work. And you've done very well in connecting with your heart and opening up and being vulnerable and remembering who you are. They're saying remembering who you are. And it seems that the deeper that you go in, and the more healing and the more work that you do, the more you seem to realize how unique you are. And they don't want you to say, and I think something may have happened recently, or perhaps a friend may have moved away from you, or you're feeling that you want to move away from them because you're no longer in alignment. There's a lot of people, there's a few people around you that you're feeling that you're not aligning with. So there's this real I don't fit in. And it's, you know, it's like we say, it's a double-edged sword, because it's a case of, is being unique a curse or is it a blessing? And, you know, a lot of times when we just want to fit in, it's a curse. But in your case, I know how unique we are. All unique. You know, we all have that is the beauty and the blessing in it. But I know how sometimes, and obviously when I drew this drawing and wrote this card, there were times that I actually thought that being different was a curse, because all I wanted to do was fit in, and I didn't fit in, and I was the black sheep of the family. So now I see it as a blessing, but prior to that, it was always, okay, why don't they like me? Why don't I fit in? Why do I have different views? Why do I not have any more? Why do I not have a lot of friends? Why do I, and it's this being able to flip it from being a curse to being a blessing. So I have a feeling that you're on this like seesaw at the moment about who you want to be around, who you don't want to be around. There's some frustration. There's some I'm seeing you like getting like sort of frustrated around it, because you're feeling like you're not being understood. That's how I feel, that you're just not gelling. There's no gelling with the people around you, and you just, all the squares around are all the same, but you have this multicolored, multifaceted, different shape, so many layers to you that they cannot begin to understand who you really are, and you're getting frustrated around that. And it's like, well, yeah, I hang around these people, but they're not feeling me. And then it's you think, oh, but what am I going to do? Be on my own because I'm unique? So I think you've stepped into a lot of your authenticity, Anca, and it's shown you a lot about your relationships, your surroundings, your environment, and it can be quite overwhelming sometimes, because sometimes the people that we used to be really close to just are not people that we align with anymore. So there's a lot of that grief about letting the old go as well. So I'm going to hand over to Kaya, and I'll be interested to see what card she pulls out. Yeah, Kaya, do you have a?
Yeah. I have cards. I have a first card, and then I was drawn to get the German deck. That's why I asked. So the first card I pulled, and I can so relate to what Antoinette said, is relaxation. And what I feel that you are in a lot of stress at the moment, because of the more authentic you become yourself, the less you fit in certain circles where you used to fit in, and you thought that feels was home, but it doesn't any longer. And this is deeply frightening as well, to admit to yourself that this is not fitting any longer for you. And I feel this fear and frustration and a lot of stress in your system as well. A lot of being in the headspace and thinking about how can you manage to be yourself and fulfilled in these circles, to bring things together that are not going together. And what I got with this card, so first of all, step back and have a look how you can relax into your body and really relax. Find moments of relaxation. And I wanted to say, stop your head to go crazy. This is a really, really beautiful advice, but because I can't say you how to do that. But what can help you to get out of your mind? Maybe this is better to say. What can help you to relax, really to relax? Your nervous system is on the edge at the moment, because you feel all what's going on in the world was really totally crazy, because what's going on in your personal life, and this anxiety, this stress coming up, because you feel much more grounded in yourself, you feel much more yourself, and in this moment the world you were living in is falling apart in your environment, because you don't fit any longer in this world. It was never your world, but you tried to fit in, and you did a lot to fit in. And so the first advice is courage. And then I have this German card deck, what I found very beautiful. And this was relaxation. This is courage. And this is really have the courage. And it means take your fear by the hand. It means not to be out of fear, to go your way and have a look. Who is there on the wire? Who is always with you? And for me, she is crossing from one world to another one, connected with the moon. And we have the moon here as well. And Antoinette had the circle in her image as well. What is interesting. So
yeah,
this way you have to go alone. Okay, they're the birds. You have this bird, but there are no other human beings. But there's the other world welcoming you on the other side. Then you have the courage to leave, to really leave, or to let the other leave your world, where you find your tribe, or they find you. This is the law of attraction. But you have to have the courage with your fear, with this feeling that the world is falling apart, and not, she is not taking, it's interesting, both are hanging in the air. And this is how it feels when the world is falling away. It is like hanging in the air, but it is taking the leap of faith as well. It is jumping through the air to find ground again. So I give to Antoinette.
yes. And then so Katharina's asked, this is for Anca. This is Anca's reading, Katharina. She was a bit confused whose reading it was.
No, it's Anca, then we have Mario, Katharina, and then you are coming.
You mentioned the word jump.
Yes.
Kaya.
Yes.
And then comes jump in.
So interesting. And again, the circle. And something that's crazy, Antoinette, your voice is crazy now. I think this is a big message.
Okay, all right. Is it fixed up or is it still going crazy?
Like it's universal. No, it's
okay.
We can hear you, but there is a like an echo from the universe in your voice.
Okay, all right. This often happens that I think the galactics are coming in and giving you this message, Anca. Hopefully you can still understand me. I can't actually hear that my voice is funny. So yeah, but so the galaxy has jumped in and said jump in. So and Kaya just said jump. And it's like jump into the authenticity, jump into like the black hole, jump into where you've never been before. And if you can see it, it's like she's making a splash, like she's just jumping in and making a splash. So, and it says, say yes to change, adventure and change. So I think you're going through, I feel like you're going through a grieving process of knowing that the old just does not serve you anymore. It doesn't align. And of course there's this hesitancy and anxiety and the feeling of loss of what you knew, the friends that you knew, or the situation that you knew, or the circumstance that you knew, and then jumping into something new which is causing you anxiety and anguish and stress and all of that. But the final card is the adventure, adventure, just jump in. And again, like the circle, but it's like make a splash. They're saying to me to tell you to make a splash and just say yes to the change. And of course, there's a process, that you have to go through to grieve that loss of those friendships or that situation or the life that you had. And like we said, because you've done so much work around connecting with your heart space and remembering who you are and your authenticity, that you've actually, it's come to light now about how misaligned your environment is or your situation is. But now it's saying take the change and just jump. I think you've had this card before. I vaguely remember that you might have had this card before. But yeah, jump in, Anca. So I hope that helps. I don't know if you're on with us right now, but please write in the comments if that is resonating, and if you have any other questions. But I hope that helps. And again, thank you always for your support and your donation as well.
You're trusting.
Yeah, trust.
Trust, yes, trust, and on a very practical and physical level, have a look how you can relax again and again and again. Because when we do this leap of faith and jumping from an old life and a new one, it is highly stressful. It creates
very stressful
in our system. What is okay in a way.
Yeah.
Just have a look how you can find your relaxing points. I know it's winter for you as well. I don't know if you have some days with sun, then take warm clothes and sit just in the sun and feel the sun, or connect with nature, or make a cozy day in bed. I don't know, whatever helps you to relax. Watch a film that will stop your mind to go crazy. Read a good book.
Yeah.
Things like that. Meditate. Make yoga.
Yeah. And I feel like you need to start relaxing in that uniqueness that you have.
Yes.
And not actually
beauty.
Feel that it's a curse. Like flip it around and see that it's a blessing. And like, you're walking, like Kaya said, to the other side. You're walking from one side to the next side, and you've got the support.
Yes.
It's like you've got the support of the moon. You've got the support of your divine feminine. And you have the little birds there too, which I love, because we know how significant that is for you. So, and I remember saying that that bird was going to teach you a lot, and I don't think he's disappointed in that. He's disappointed you in that regard. He's taught you so many things about yourself, Anca, that you had no idea about, and it's take the uniqueness as being a blessing and move forward to that adventure and relax in that, and know that it's okay to grieve the loss of what was. And there's a lot of that happening, now. A lot of people have stepped through their cycles and closing cycles, which means there's death and then there's rebirth. So, and it's scary. It's scary. Change is scary.
Yes.
But they want you to embrace it and jump in. There's so many circles.
What's interesting, so many circles. Something is coming to full circle as well. It's coming to me when I see circles.
And we know she's done a lot of inner work. So,
yes.
it's coming to a close, but then closures bring new things in. And that's what we need to remember when we think about, things coming to an end, that new things can begin.
Yes, a new circle, a new cycle.
Thank you, Anca. I hope that helps. And thank you always for your support and your trust.
Okay, so now we have Mario and then Katharina. And Mario has a special question. His mother is not so well. So Mario, c'est à toi maintenant. Et je traduis à Antoinette que tu as une question spéciale. Qu'est-ce qui se passe avec ta mère? Et on va voir qu'est-ce que les cartes vont dire pour toi, pour ta mère. Et Antoinette va commencer et je vais traduire. Elle va faire des pauses. Je vais faire en anglais. Je traduis. Okay, I just told him that we will have the look what the cards have to say to him.
But we can't read it for.
Yes, the mother is not in a good state. She has Alzheimer's. She's in the nursery. She had recently COVID as well, but it was not so hard.
Okay, so how about we say, what does Mario need to learn, need to know in regard to his mother, rather than reading?
I think what helps him to cope with his situation.
What would help?
What's the best for him in this situation? Alors, on m'a demandé qu'est-ce que va t'aider, toi, pour dans des situations avec ta mère.
just going to get another card.
Antoinette, elle cherche des cartes et son propre deck à elle-même pour toi, qu'elle a fait, qu'elle a créé.
Not the right deck. Maybe tell him it wasn't the right deck.
Ah, elle a dit que c'était pas le bon, ce sont pas les bonnes cartes. Elle a choisi les autres cartes.
All right, I'm going to start off with this one. And then I'm going to go to this one. Bear with me, Mario.
Antoinette a dit il faut que tu aies un peu de patience jusqu'où les bonnes cartes vont se montrer.
Okay, I'll say it slowly so that you're able to translate. Mario, I feel that you are very scared about what's happening with your mother.
Alors, Antoinette me dit, elle sent que tu as beaucoup de peur. Qu'est-ce qui se passe avec ta mère?
You're very sad. You're very worried. And the card that's come out is time.
Alors, elle a dit que elle sent que tu as beaucoup de soucis et tu es très triste aussi. Et les cartes qui se montrent s'appellent le temps.
You're worried that you're not going to have enough time with her.
Tu as peur
You're
que
worried.
tu n'as pas
Sorry.
assez de temps avec ta mère?
I have to remember.
Oui.
You really worry. When I feel into your energy, you have such a sadness because you're really worried that you're not going to have a lot of time, and you're worried that you're not going to be able to tell her and spend time with her about the things that you want to tell her.
Alors, elle a dit que elle sent ton énergie, il y a beaucoup de tristesse vers ta mère et tu as beaucoup de peur et des soucis que tu n'as pas assez de temps pour être avec ta mère et prendre le temps et aussi dire à elle qu'est-ce que tu veux dire à elle.
The guidance I'm receiving is that they don't want you to think about the time. They want you to live in the present and be with her in the present.
Alors, le guide, il dit à Antoinette que ne faire pas trop de soucis du temps, mais être présente avec ta mère, vivre avec ta mère dans le moment présent, ici, maintenant, être avec elle dans la présence.
Because it's causing you a lot of anxiety, and it's like the circular motion of the picture is your mind totally thinking, how much time has she left? How much time have I got left with her? Mm-hmm. And it's becoming an obstacle for him to be with her in the present because he's worried about how much time he's going to have with her.
Alors, Antoinette dit que si tu penses trop combien de temps il reste avec elle et combien de temps tu as avec elle, c'est comme un obstacle pour être vraiment présente avec elle quand tu es avec elle.
So they want you to go within and connect with your heart, and I feel so much sadness and heaviness because he's truly afraid that she hasn't got much time left. And your guides and angels, they want you to go look within, to connect with your heart and allow for what needs to come up to come up in relation to how you feel about your mum, because I feel that perhaps she's unable to understand on a mental level at the moment.
So he should connect with.
Go within to see, you know, and it doesn't necessarily mean, because I have a feeling that she's not able to understand like anything or not much in terms of words or so they're asking me to tell him this will help him to connect with his heart and connect with her through his heart rather than through communication.
Yeah.
They're saying.
Antoinette a dit qu'il y a des anges alentour de toi et qui disent quand ta mère elle perd sa mémoire et elle comprend pas tous les mots que tu dis, que tu peux communiquer différemment avec elle, connecte avec ton cœur et vers ton cœur avec son cœur. Et là, tu vas avoir une communication qui est toujours possible, n'importe qu'est-ce qui passe avec sa tête.
Just from the gestures, I know, even though I can't understand what you're saying, but just from the gestures, I can know. And it's like they're saying you can show her your love in so many different ways. It doesn't matter that she may not be able to understand you, and know that that's enough, and don't feel inadequate because of that, because she even though she may not be able to understand you, she can feel your energy. She can feel. So, you know, yeah. I'm just going to say that you can explain it.
Si tu connectes avec ton amour, avec ta mère, avec l'énergie de ton cœur, elle comprend. Même si elle ne comprend pas le mot, même si avec le mental et le mot, tu n'arrives pas à communiquer avec elle, elle va comprendre ton énergie et ton amour et pour elle, ça suffit, cette forme de communication. Elle n'a pas besoin de comprendre tes mots parce qu'elle comprend ton énergie et ton amour.
I love listening to this language. It's so romantic. I really feel that he's feeling quite helpless. He's feeling like he's not helping her, but he's feeling helpless and inadequate, and it's making him really sad because he has a beautiful heart and he wants to do more and more and more to help his mother, and he's feeling very helpless.
Antoinette, elle a dit que tu as le sentiment d'avoir pas de pouvoir et pas pu faire assez pour ta mère et ça te rend triste, que tu as tout le temps le sentiment c'est pas assez, qu'est-ce que tu fais pour elle, mais tu fais avec ton cœur, avec ton amour, qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire et ça arrive chez elle. Il ne faut pas que tu t'inquiètes trop que tu ne fais pas assez. Parce qu'avec ton amour, tu fais tout ce que tu peux faire.
Just show her his heart. That's why they want him to look within. But I have another card. And it's funny because there's a lot of blue in this card and there's a lot of blue in this card. So look within, and they're saying you can be very creative in the ways that you can reach her. But don't limit yourself in thinking that the way that you're not showing her the love that you need to show her. And then there's also the TikTok, like I'm running out of time.
Antoinette, elle a dit que Il y a deux choses. Il y a une chose que tu as peur que tu n'aies pas assez de temps. Et tu peux être très créatif et ne te limite pas à quelle façon tu la montres ton amour. C'est pas que le mot. Il y a plus. Tu sais, je me rappelle que tu l'as donné de feuilles de citronnier, par exemple. Et ça, ce sont des choses qu'elle comprend dans un autre niveau que la tête. I just shuddered because the last time when he saw her, he gave the leaves of a lemon tree to remember her on lemon trees. And I said, these are ways to show her, to communicate with her that are different than with
That's
words.
right. Absolutely. That is what they're saying, you know, be creative. And it sounds like he's being that, because obviously the communication, you know, the memory is being affected, and it's important for her to have triggers that she will be able to understand. So they're wanting him to be creative. So keep on doing that.
Like smells and things to touch and things like that. So
yeah, because her feeling, like, you know, even though she's unable to comprehend to some degree, you can reach her in many different other ways, and that will help him because he won't feel so helpless.
mm-hmm.
It's a difficult situation.
J'ai dit cet exemple avec le feuille de citronnier que tu donnes à ta mère, et Antoinette m'a dit oui, ce sont des choses comme ça, des choses elle peut sentir, elle peut toucher. C'est une forme de communication qui est différente que via la tête. Et avec ces formes de communication, tu arrives à communiquer avec elle. Elle te comprend et elle sent ton amour dans toutes ces formes de communication. Être créatif, c'est une information qui revient.
Yeah, and to not feel so. I can't imagine how hard it would be, but to not feel so guilty or inadequate. It's really important. He needs to not feel that. They're saying he needs to not to feel that, because he's actually feeling this. The next card is this one, and I think it follows on from this one, because this one is like, it is time to look within, and this one is saying look to source. So ask, you know, God, divine, angels, whatever he believes, to help him, and also to help his mum, you know, and to know that he is being watched over and that he's not alone, because I think is he the only child?
No, he has two sisters and a brother, and the big brother is taking care a lot of her.
Okay.
But he's far away from her, so he can't see her often.
Okay, all right. So that's probably why the time factor comes in as well, because he's not close to her in terms of distance. So it's like, you know, he can't always go and see her. But look within and know that you're not alone in this, that you have support, and you just have to ask for help. And, you know, there's this beautiful angel in the picture.
I will translate. Antoinette, elle a tiré une autre carte. C'est un ange qui dit à toi, premièrement, ne te sens pas coupable. N'avoir pas le sentiment que tu fais pas assez, parce que tu fais beaucoup avec ton amour, et ça arrive chez ta mère. Et tu peux aussi demander soit l'univers ou Dieu ou des anges ou à quoi tu crois ou des arbres de t'aider à avoir des idées, comment tu peux la aider, et aussi de sentir cette présence qu'il y a des anges alentour de toi. Tu n'es pas seul. Il y a des anges qui s'occupent de ta mère aussi. Voilà.
Yeah. Voilà. and like to know that he's not alone, because he's the other card that I pulled, and I didn't understand the connection until I pulled this one. But the other card that I pulled, and very, very timely with the eclipse, solar plexus.
Okay.
So I think I didn't understand the connection, but now that I've pulled out the other one, is that he really feels alone.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't feel like he's got so many feelings in there that he wants to express, but he's feeling inadequate. Like I said, inadequate before, because because he can't go and see her as often, and then he feels the guilt, and it's the solar plexus.
Antoinette, elle a tiré une troisième carte, c'est le solar plexus. Et cette carte dit vraiment à toi, tu n'es pas seul. Tu n'es pas seul, il ne faut pas que tu gères tout ça seul. Et tu te sens trop culpable, que tu ne fais pas assez, mais ce n'est pas vrai. Tu fais assez et tu peux avoir confiance que tout amour que tu as arrive chez ta mère. J'ai une carte aussi. Ich habe auch, I pulled a card as well. Maybe I can show it and then we have a look at something. So,
yeah.
J'ai tiré une carte aussi. This is a transformation.
Uh-huh.
And what I get is to accept that the relationship is transforming when your mother is transforming. So that the communication you were used to and the relationship you were used to is not any longer possible, but there's another form of relationship possible. Alors, les cartes que j'ai tirées pour toi, c'est transformation. Et pour moi, cette carte dit, quand ta mère, elle est dans une transformation, quand elle perd sa tête, je dis un peu sa possibilité de parler de ses souvenirs, votre relation est dans une grande transformation. Ça ne marche plus comme ça marchait avant, parce qu'elle n'est plus comme elle est avant. Mais vous avez la possibilité de trouver d'autres formes de communication, d'échange, de montrer votre amour une pour l'autre. Et je crois que ce n'est pas facile à accepter ça, parce que tu as un souvenir comme ta mère, elle était, et elle n'est plus. Et si tu arrives à lâcher prise et dire, OK, ta mère, elle était comme ça, comme ça, comme ça, quand elle était encore en bonne santé, et tu as eu une relation à une façon, mais maintenant, elle est différente. Et est-ce que tu peux donner permission à toi et accepter qu'avec cette transformation de ta mère, votre relation se transforme et se forme, que tu communiques avec elle se transforme. Ça va t'aider aussi. I said that when he allows his transformation on every level, that she is not any longer like she was, and to say goodbye to this old form of her as well, and accept her and the new form of relationship and communication that will help him.
Yes, definitely. So it's the transformation of the way they communicate, but it's really important that he knows that he has support, Spirit is with him, and Spirit will help him, and it doesn't have to be in a certain way. He's fearful that his mother doesn't know him or understand him.
Alors, elle a dit vraiment, il y a beaucoup de support pour toi de l'univers, des étoiles, des anges, de Dieu, à quoi tu crois. Et elle a dit aussi que tu as beaucoup de soucis, que ta mère, elle te comprend. Et bien sûr, elle ne te comprend pas comme avant avec tes poux, mais elle te comprend, pas de soucis. elle comprend ton amour, elle comprend la façon de ton énergie à communiquer avec elle. Oui, elle te comprend. I said, she's understanding him.
She is. That's what they want you to know, that even though she may not respond in the way that she used to, please know that she can feel your love, and she knows. She, you know, on a higher level, you know, the vibration is on a higher level.
Yeah. Alors, Antoinette, elle a dit, même si elle ne te comprend pas avec sa tête, elle sent complètement ton amour, elle sent la façon dont tu communiques avec elle. Aussi, comme tu es chez toi, tu sais, il ne faut même pas être présente. Elle comprend ton amour et ça ne va jamais changer. I said that even when he's at home and not with her, she will get his love, and that this will never change, that she will understand his way, how he loves her.
That's right. And to not, you know, feel guilt or shame or fear, and not to say I'm not good enough or I'm inadequate, because I cannot, you know, I cannot make her better, or I can't make her how she used to be, because it's shifting now.
Ok, elle a rajouté vraiment, il ne faut pas que tu te sens coupable ou pas assez ou pas à l'écart, parce que tu ne peux pas l'aider, tu ne peux pas la guérir, tu ne peux pas la aider à être comme avant. Ce n'est pas ton pouvoir. Et qu'est-ce que tu fais, c'est parfait. Tu ne peux pas faire plus. I told him that he can't do more than he can do, and he can't heal her. This is not his power.
No, and you know, she may not appear to understand, but she does on a higher level, you know, on a higher vibration.
And Antoinette, elle a dit, même si ça semble, elle ne te comprend pas, mais elle te comprend parce qu'il y a une autre forme, un autre niveau de communication via l'énergie, via le regard, via un niveau plus élevé que la communication. Mais je crois que tu le connais avec ton fils aussi, c'est un peu la même chose. Voilà.
Oh, wow, very heartfelt. Very heartfelt.
Elle est touchée, elle a dit c'est pas facile, mais il y a beaucoup de cœur.
I send you all my love to help you and my healing.
Elle a dit elle est ravie qu'elle peut t'aider. Elle a l'espoir que les informations sont utiles. Okay.
Obrigado.
Ouais. Merci.
Wow.
Tu es profondément touchée, hein? Elle est profondément. You're touched.
Yeah, because, you know, from my own experience, I know how difficult it is to see your parents, you know, get older and become ill, and it's really a challenging situation. You can pass that on.
Antoinette, elle a dit, elle est profondément touchée parce que ses deux parents sont décédés déjà et elle connaît cette expérience que de le voir devenir plus et plus âgé et malade aussi. Elle connaît ça et son cœur est avec toi. Mon cœur aussi. Ok. Merci beaucoup, Marie. À plus tard.
And as Aussies say, thank you, mate. You can explain that one.
Yes.
Katharina, yes, Katharina had to go off to work.
Yes.
But yes, we will do a reading for you, Katharina.
Yes.
Did she ask what do I need to focus on in December?
She asked that. Okay.
Now, do we have anyone else, or
No.
is Katharina the last one?
She's the last one.
Okay. All right. So she would like, I saw up further that she wants to know what she needs to focus on in December. Do you want to go for this card?
Yes. I have my first card. The card is water. What I get when I see this card for you, Katharina, is to ground in your emotions. This woman, this beautiful white hairy woman, like you're a beautiful white hairy woman as well.
It is, yeah.
Standing with the upper part in the water. So the information I got, ground in your emotions. Really let them arise and ground in them. What is this meaning? It is both ground in your emotions and ground your emotions. So let them arise. Don't analyze them. Don't try to solve it with your head. Whatever is coming up, emotionally ground it and ground yourself with these emotions. Maybe sitting, crying on Mother Earth. something visible coming up, tangible. Okay, you're in Germany, it's cold there, maybe it's not so nice, but sitting outside with warm clothes and feeling all what's going on in your body. And when you ground all these and ground yourself with the emotions, it's not just grounding, it is really emotions. Then you are free here to create, and ideas and will flow, and they can materialize as well because you're grounding in your depths. So you don't get lost with this. The birds are for me like ideas and new creations coming, and you have a lot of ideas as well. This will be more when you're grounded in your emotional body, in your physical body. Then you will know which of these ideas are the next one to materialize, and the steps as well. Have a look in her face. And she has this really beautiful crown of flowers on her head. So the ideas are coming. She is relaxing totally. She's not stressing out. She's not mind fucking. She's not going crazy in her head. Even when your hair is reaching out, but this is more like antennas for me. And illuminated as well and connected. So she let come to her. Have a look at her hands as well. She's relaxing in this grounding in the emotions, and everything else is in flow. So no need to figure out with the head. She's totally relaxed in her head because she has this grounding here. She doesn't have to figure out with her head what the next step is. She knows. And which one of these birds are for me like ideas and creations will sit down on her hand to be grabbed is not in her hand. She's not deciding that. She's open to receive the idea that will be the next one, the next project. But this is not out of her head. Your work is to ground yourself with your emotions, to ground in your body, to relax and to be open like her. But not in a way, I'm open, I think what idea will come next. No, it's not like that. It's I feel my feet on the ground. I feel the little bit of anger in my butt. I feel this laugh in my heart. And oh, what is this beautiful? You know, the concentration is not on what do next, what create next. The concentration, the focus is on your physical body and your emotions, and everything will fall in place. I give to Antoinette.
Okay, Katharina. I know you have to go to work, but you'll be able to listen later, so that's okay. So we'll just continue. So I feel like the card so this is from my deck. I feel like the card I've pulled out for you is how you can get to Kaya's card.
It's good.
Yeah, so the card that has come out is attachment. And when I was listening to Kaya, hang on, let me get this right. So if you look at the card, it's holding on so very tight. There's something that you're holding on to that is not allowing you to go forward. Now, whether it's a belief system, a belief about yourself, a belief about something else, I feel like there's this entrapment. And if you look at the picture, it's like chains, and they're all in a muddled mess. and there's some sort of attachment that, you know, is when I did this drawing, it was like the chains are just in a big muddled mess. And this is maybe something that you're not even conscious of, but there's some sort of something holding you back, and the chains are actually digging into your skin and causing you, you know, wounds, like the redness, like the red in the picture. And you're just, whatever this is you're holding on to it really, really tight. And I feel that you haven't quite figured what this is. And it was interesting because I thought what the card that Kaya had was quite a positive card, but it was like, you're not there yet. There's something that is holding you down, you know, chaining you down and not allowing you to spread your hair out in the way that the picture that Kaya had. And I'm connecting it to Kaya's card, and I'm thinking it's around some sort of emotion with the water. You know, water's around emotions, and I'm taking like a different sort of spin on it, in that the water, you're half in the water and then you're half out of the water. So when you think of attachment, is that there's something still, as if there's a whole heap of chains that are weighing you down, and you're half in, half out. So yeah, that's what I'm getting now. Like, you're half in, half out. It's like you put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your left foot in, you shake it all about. Anyway, that's not the point. But but the point is like, it's like maybe the attachment, what's coming through now is that you're attached to too many things. And that's chaining you down. That could be another possibility as well. Different spins on it. But I feel like once you find out what you're holding on to so very tight, whatever it is that you're holding on to, consciously or unconsciously, I'm actually thinking maybe it's even unconsciously. Once you let go and you unchain yourself from whatever that is, it's almost like you're in it deep at the moment, but then you'll actually start walking out of that. You'll be able to, okay, she's got something, that's why she's laughing.
Because I have to speak, I have the next card. This is so interesting.
I love this. I love it I absolutely love it how when we speak, and then the next card comes, and then it just all gels in together. Because now I can't even remember what I was saying. Like you're walking out of the water. So you're walking out of this attachment, like you're cutting the chains. Yeah. You're cutting the chains, you're cutting the cords, you're cutting the attachment. And it could be just energetic maybe as well. It may not be, she's written unconscious. I feel like it's unconscious. So it could be a cord, Katharina, to something or someone. It could be, I feel like it's an energetic type of cord or emotion, that is holding you back. So once you're able to establish what that is, and it might be just a case of just doing clearing and just removing any, lower vibrations. And there could be like something attaching to you that is pulling you back or making you feel very, very stuck. Or it could also be multiple places where you've got your feet in, but there's nothing solid. So you've got an attachment here, you've got an attachment there, you've got an attachment here. Where do I really want to be? So it's a case of cutting those chains so that you're able to walk out, and in the process, it's probably going in, like Kaya said, and looking at your emotions and really absorbing and allowing yourself to feel your emotions and feel where you really want to go, because I feel like there's multiple possibilities there, and it doesn't mean that you can't do all of them or do a few of them, but I feel like you're walking, the water is coming in and it's overpowering you. It's like you're walking into the ocean and you're getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And then you're like, okay, I'm not sort of kind of swimming here. I feel like I'm drowning. So walk back out and walk back to the shore, and then I can't wait till what Kaya's got to say about it. So I'm just going to go over to her because I want to see what the next card is.
And I see your card. The chains are here under the water.
Weighing down.
Yeah. And there's something else playing, but she's not free to lift this.
No.
Because she, underneath the water, she is chained.
There's a lot of stuff going on under the water.
Yeah, and for me, the way out is going through these emotions. And then the outcome is freedom and the birds. So the outcome is this. The water is gone. The heaviness is gone. You have water as well. Interesting, Antoinette.
It says surrender to the sweetness.
Yeah, and
so
I would
fly.
And to the flow. Here is something stuck underneath the water, and with your card. And your second card in mine, there's openness, there's flow, there's freedom.
Yes, and there's a beautiful, I mean, there's the is it an owl flying, or eagle or whatever? But
a lot of birds as well. What is interesting with this card.
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of birds, and there's and here there's a interesting. There's a male in this one, so I wonder if it's maybe connected to some old feelings. Just an idea, Katharina. I'm just planting that seed for you, but. Surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy. So Venus is all around love, isn't it? It's all around feminine and love and beauty. The pleasure, the joy,
beauty.
That's okay. It's all right. You need to go, Katharina. It's all good. Thank you for the donation, and thank you for coming on. But yeah, so then you can re-listen later on. But to me, it's like this card is very much in line with your one, Kaya, with the freedom, because it's like surrender to sweetness.
Yeah, what I find so interesting when I just see the card, these three cards, and your first one, I see the chains underneath the water, and the water is dark here.
Yeah, and there's so much light.
Yes, and this is so much sweetness, and the water is in flow and so much lighter. The water is cleared after going through the emotions, cutting the cords, letting go of what needs to let go, and being free to experience the flow of life and maybe
Absolutely.
a new love as well. And for
Yeah,
me,
I think that there is a love component in it, actually.
yeah,
It's
but
another
it is not
energy.
possible to live this as long as the chains and the darkness of the not felt emotions are
That's right.
weighting you down, Katharina, and binding you,
Yeah.
and binding so much power and so much creativity and so much love that you need for yourself as well.
Yeah. And again, the divine feminine, like, you know, with Venus energy, the divine feminine connecting to your emotions and allowing them to flow. But they're very much in line with the freedom card.
Yeah.
They surrender to the
And then
sweetness.
in your card, the emotions are flowing. They are free to flow.
Yeah.
And here is something stuck under the water.
Yes.
Heart
Half the
is
body.
already free, but this can't go. This can't really manifest because this is so heavy. This binds a lot of power as well and energy to hold this back, to not feel this, to not go through this, to hold on this instead of feel it.
Yeah, that's true. To hold on to it is the attachment.
Yeah.
And then the more that we hold on so tight, the more we become wounded, the more pain, because we're suppressing. The holding on so tight is we're not letting go. We're not surrendering to that emotion. So it's the process. It was interesting because even though Kaya had the card first, it was like I had to take a step back and say that this is how you start the process. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. Thank you, Katharina. I hope that helps, and you can
Yes.
let us know when you figure out what the attachment is. I'm sure you will. So thank you.
Thank you. We have somebody coming in, Dr. Dear Priya Ratne. We will finish our readings now because it's just 2 hours and we do them donation based, but you are really welcome. And we will do this again in January. So maybe you will come back then.
Yes, please come back because we're actually at the end. We've just done our last reading, unfortunately. So we're at the end of this for December. But please come back and come back earlier next time, and you'll be able to see the information about the donations so that we can guarantee you a reading for next time.
Yes.
Whew.
Whew. So thank you very much all who have watched, listened in French, in English, something new.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like, you know, it was amazing to hear you you know, translate. So it sounds like such a beautiful language. I could understand like a few words, but it was just the gestures that
and the energy. I think you
feel the energy, you know, and that's indicative that, you know, I really believe this is the way that we're going forward. In that, someone once said to me that, you know, verbal communication is actually quite a low vibration compared to telepathy or, you know, energy, you know, communication through energy. And I think that's where we're going, like towards more telepathy and you know, not so much of a need to actually talk, that we can connect on so many other different levels as well as like through verbal communication, but connect with higher vibrations and higher energy.
With Mario, because his son is disabled, he can't speak, and I think he is already really a master of communicating through energy and telepathy without knowing that or without being conscious of that. That's
absolutely really yeah, totally. And it would make sense about why, you know, why it was so strong about don't worry that you can't communicate, or she may not understand, because he's already had so much practice and experience in being creative into how to connect with somebody through it's a much higher energy. It's a much higher frequency than just communication. So
limiting words, different language.
Words are limiting, whereas communication through energy, as we know, is such a high vibration, and it's such a beautiful to feel the energy of somebody else is a beautiful experience. So wow. So that's been a whole year of readings for us. So
yes, 12 readings.
12 readings, 12 lives. So again, we are so very grateful for everybody that's come on and helped us through this journey of us stepping out of our comfort zone into something really fearful about us doing live things and readings, and we're grateful because we've been able to develop our gifts more for doing these types of readings, because we didn't really think that this is what our thing was, but it's just added another gift. So it's opened up really beautifully over the years. So we're very grateful for everybody that has supported us. And next year we'll be back doing the readings. I don't know, January might be a bit later because of the holidays, and it may not be the first.
And maybe
the first Sunday.
Maybe we do forecast readings then.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we could do that. So it could be something new that we could do, forecast readings for 2022 in January, and maybe then we could also bring back some numerology in it as well, like we did at the beginning for people for their personal years. And so we're going to work all this out and have some new things next and let you know. As we know, then we will let you know. So for this year, it's been amazing, and thank you so much, everyone. Kaya, do you have anything you want to say?
No, I just thank you, Antoinette. It was an amazing experience.
And thank you.
Really beautiful. I like this synergy and how how this is working together in a really fluid way, and very aligned, as I feel, so that we can learn together and grow together. Really. Yeah.
We have, and it's been an amazing experience, and I love it when the universe just like brings people together and things just happen, and it was just a beautiful blooming flower energy that came, and look at how we bloomed. So thank you, Kaya. It's been amazing, and it's been so much fun, and it's been such an honor, for us to be able to read for you all and give you some guidance, and we've had an amazing time.
Yes.
Okay. So for now, thank you all. We shall see you next year in 2022.
Yes.
Much love to you all. Please take care of yourselves, and enjoy the holidays and Christmas time with your loved ones, and stay safe.
Yes, and just if you want some more guidance, we have our Wisdom Gathering Circle, the last one.
Next Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you have any questions, you can either reach out to Kyle or myself, and we can answer your questions. And it's a beautiful space that we set up, very quiet, trusting circle where we're able to open up and dig deeper. So if you feel that you want to come and join us, please contact us, and we will give you the link, and it's via donation as well. So okay, we shall wrap it up.
Yes.
Okay. Peace, love, and light, everyone.
Yes.
Bye for now.
Have a beautiful December.
Enjoy.